Hi everyone, Andrea here with Crafts on the Move. I wanted to make a quick video going over assembling the make and take card that was sponsored here at the store on August 22nd. If you have these products, you can recreate this card yourself. I'm going to go over what was in the kit, and then you can rearrange the card as you want. But I'm also going to go over how to assemble the really cute big hug bear pop-up from Fawn. In the kit from Saturday's make and take, you should have an A2 envelope, an A2 top fold card base. You will have a piece of glitter cardstock, white glitter cardstock. It's an A2 panel with the thank you cut out. And then you will also have a pre-glittered lavender or light purple A2 panel along with your die cut of your bear hugs. There's also a piece of polka dot paper. It's double-sided. This is from Fawn. And then you have two giant thank you cutouts from Fawn. And how this is going to work is, if you want, you are going to stagger the two so that you get a little bit of pop of color. And then you also will have the pieces for the bear. The pieces for the cute bear is the base bear, and then you will also receive fog. These are from Spellbinders. This is the fog. You have his belly, which is going to go right here, and then you will also have his muzzle, which is going to be glued right to the top of his face. And then you're going to have two pieces for his feet. The solid fog is going to go under the white detail piece for both of those pieces. So you'll have something that looks similar to that. And then you have two paws. These will be glued to this mechanism once it's built. And then you have two of the blush cheeks for his face. And then you have two like half moon blush as well. These get glued behind his ears. And then for the black, you have one die cut that slides right under the face. And that will look like that. So you'll glue that piece behind, the black piece, and the two ear pieces behind. And then that will shadow out the black pieces that you need, or whatever you decide to make for your nose and eyes. And you'll have your pieces like that. That's how you assemble the bear. I am going to recommend that you do not glue the bear feet until the bear is actually in the card on the mechanism. And the reason being is it'll help you spatial wise of putting the feet. I had put my feet, I thought, a little too snug together. And if you can do it if you can add it after, it'll just allow you a little bit more room to spread those feet out a little bit. Your kit also includes a little bit of sequins for some bling and two strips of this really fun glittered sticker strips. And how you're going to assemble the bear, it's very easy. The most important part of this is knowing what is the front and the back. So the front side is the cleaner side. That's the side you want up facing you. And you're going to be folding where the score lines are away from you. So you're keeping the clean side up. So I'm going to put clean side here. And you're going to fold these pieces where the score lines are back. And I believe there's 5 score lines. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on the front here, you're going to see these score lines on the either side that make a triangle. You want this arm to fold under. And so how you're going to do that is you're going to carefully score or press down where those score lines are. Once you get one, it makes the other side easier. See how that just kind of folds, and then you're just going to fold it in like such. And so now the arm is tucked behind, and now you're going to repeat the same process on the second side. Again, we're looking at this as the bare is the clean side up. And see how those just kind of collapse on themselves? And that's what you have right now. So that is your bare piece folded and scored. Now what you're going to do is add some adhesive. So again, with the clean side up, I would take 1/4 inch score tape, and you're going to add a little bit of score tape to the front side of this top flap. And you are also going to add score tape down to this flap down here, and you're going to go, there's a score line here. You're going to add the tape in this area, and really just need 2 pieces for that. Now you're going to expose the adhesive on this bottom flap. And tuck this in, tuck your mechanism in. Now we're looking, this is the back side. So just rotate it up. This is the back side. This is the front side because it's flipped over. And all you're going to do is you're going to take your mechanism and you're going to adhere this piece down to this back piece. So your front piece to your back piece, and you want this score line here is where you want the fold, not this second score line. Just press down, and now your pop-up mechanism is working. So make sure your pop-up mechanism is working. The next part of the mechanism is adding it to the card. What you want is your top fold A2 card, and this can also be done on a landscape. Sometimes with the landscape, you might need to trim a little bit of this top piece off so that it doesn't hang below when it opens. And what you're going to do here is put adhesive on this back mushroom part. So we are going to add, there's a score line here. We're going to add adhesive in this area. No adhesive down here in this 1/2 inch. So I'm going to just run a couple strips of double-sided score tape here. You can add as much as you want. I have found that the 3 strips like this works just fine. You're going to expose the adhesive. And then turn it over with your card base open and the crease. You want to have this top straight edge flush just below the crease, and then make sure that this is centered on your card base, on the inside panel of your card base, and press down. Now your mechanism is attached, and we just need to glue this top portion to the cover, and you just remove the cover or the backing of your score tape to expose that adhesive. Have this flush down, and then so your adhesive is exposed to the top, and all you're going to do is tap this down and press where that adhesive is, and now your mechanism works. Isn't that amazing? At this point, you can take your arms, your paws, they're going to get glued in like that. Super easy. And then you would put your assembled bear and only put adhesive on this portion. Make sure There's no adhesive down on this portion, otherwise the pop-up won't work. This piece will get glued and it won't actually pop up when you open it. So there is your mechanism. The next part is assembling the card front. So what you want to do with the card front is take this panel and glue it centered to the front. So the polka dot paper is centered to the front of the foiled cardstock. Once you get that done, you can take your paper trimmer and you're going to cut a diagonal straight from the top left corner down to the right where the corner of the polka dot meets the purple, and then you're going to cut a diagonal from the bottom left up to where the purple paper meets the corner of the polka dot paper. So you're going to draw, I drew a line with a pencil, a light line with a pencil and a ruler, and then cut it and then erase the pencil lines. Once you get that done, you're going to glue this panel to your glitter panel, and you'll see the exposed glitter on the top and the bottom. You can then add your stickers to the top and the bottom of your polka dot panel, and you will add your prepared thank you sentiment. You can pop this up if you want with a little bit of foam tape, some thin foam tape, so it shows a little bit more, and then you will add your sequins and your panel to your card base. And that is how you make the card. It's very easy. And I am going to tell you the tip for the bear. You're going to want to use 65 to 80 pound weight cardstock to build the mechanism. The 100 and 110 cardstock is very stiff, and makes it a little bit harder for the bear to actually open and close so that this mechanism is working. So I definitely recommend 65 to 80 pound cardstock for the base. And that's all I have. I hope you found that helpful. Thanks again. Bye.